So I'm just gonna do like I'm gonna try not to have it too long. I'm gonna try to keep it under an hour, but I do want to cover a lot of people. I'm gonna start with Nine and Nubian. Like, so I've been keeping track, but I've been keeping tracks with the thumbnails. So I have seen this girl come, like, oh my goodness, the way I phrased that. But I have seen, I'm not sure how long she been there in carbonation, but I seen when they first started talking about her. And she's a stud according to like the titles and stuff like that. And it was some crap that Nubian and her got together. Now I think this girl is supposed to be gay. And Eligio forced them together and playing out. It's real weird. It's real weird. Like the whole him acting like a therapist and stuff like that. Eligio got issues. I'm telling you, he real deal crazy. And they just be up there like laughing and smiling like this ain't crazy. You know, this is why it's crazy. Because he know that he's acting. He playing some type of character. That's due to the fact that he don't have no sense of identity. Elio is like always playing some type of character. So he playing this character, but he really think that he's giving great advice. Now he's telling people about their problems, but he's the reason why they have problems. So it's crazy. Also, cause this is like a series to him or whatever, and I believe in the future, like when he go to court, cause one day, he's gonna be like, oh, we were just having fun. This was just a game. This was just a joke or whatever. But behind the scenes, he really make these people act out these fantasies that he create because he just be bored. So he make them do things just for the hell of it. He sit there and think like, what if I made this stud have sex with a man? And he manipulate them and force them to do it. So, and like I understand people who is like, well, they allow him to do it and yada yada yada. And these grown people, nah, but they are mentally like childish, spiritually childish. There is like Eligio is getting a lot of blood on his hands because he's telling these people what to be, how to live. He treating them like they property. They come to him and he renamed them like you would name your toy or something like that. And then he controls them and manipulates them and brainwash them into believing that they should be controlled by him because he know better. When he can't even get his own shit together. It's brainwashing. So because of that, he's accountable for what happened to these people. I haven't been seeing people talk about Velvet lately. Like I don't have no clue what's going on with her. So, and the dude that she used to mess with, The dude with the dreads, that dude turned out to be real crazy. Real crazy. Alright, let's get in between Nine and Nubian, see what's going on with them overall, and then go on to the other members. Alright, y'all. I'm actually trying a Celtic cross spread. I'm just in the mood for like a spread. And it's so funny because um in the area, the number 8 card, when it say people influence you, I got the Emperor card. That's Eligio. He's not an emperor, but that's how they perceive and view him. So yeah, he's controlling and dictating this. But I feel like everybody know that. I feel like everybody know that. Alright, this gonna end up being like a painful situation for this girl. Um, it's really messing with her like on a subconscious level. She don't see the severity of it yet, but she will in the future. Because Aaliyah really having fun with this. Like, it's not enough to just act like they are together. He forces people to actually be in these situations. In the fear spot, I have a fertility reverse. I feel like she has a fear of becoming pregnant. She really do. She has a fear of becoming pregnant, so that let me know that he made them have sex together. Oh yeah. He might have even had sex with Nine. Ooh, now that's like it's sick because she have the right to choose her own sexuality. She has the right to choose that. And she's being forced in situations that mm, is starting to traumatize her because she's becoming confused about her own identity, the one that she has set for herself. She's becoming confused about it, conflicted. And that's what he wanted. He wanted to break her in that way. Like, he using these people to be some sort of an example. And that's like all of them. Like, he using Neytiri to show that, um, to try to prove that other people was wrong about the stuff that's going on there. That's why I don't have no respect for Neytiri no more. She went there after seeing how he abused those people, after seeing how he beat up on the women, forces them to do things that they don't want to do, emasculate the men. She been there for that. She came out, she was an advocate against it, and then when that didn't work out for her, she went from different cult leaders, and then she went back to him. And then she's not even there for the purpose that she went there for anymore. No, I have no respect. Just no respect. Alright. I'm feeling like Eligio may have had sex with this girl and she's afraid of becoming pregnant and being stuck. She also gave away her finances to him, so she feels trapped. She really want to leave. Nine wants to leave. it's like I'm getting like this wave of like disappointment. Like sometimes she just sit to herself and just be like, why did I even come here? Like, why did I even put myself through this? Like she had really reflective moments. And I'm getting a feeling like he's going to start to circulate her. Oh boy. I'm gonna get some more on the hope and fears. I mean, at this point, Nubian is just like a robot. So he just do whatever he told. Mm. I'm waiting on a sign. I'm waiting on my prayers to be answered. I'm waiting while time keeps moving. She wants to leave. She also thinking about other opportunities that she had before coming there, and she wish she would have made that choice instead. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm asking like how Eligio influenced this, and the first card I pulled is the Five of Pentacles. So he knows her situation, like her position and where she's at. She's in a very vulnerable position because um if she was to get kicked out, she would be left with very little. I kind of feel like she may not even have a place to go. So if she get kicked out, she would basically be homeless. And that's how he keeping control over her and her actions. Um, I'm also feeling like he installed this into them when he's doing like his renting and stuff like that. His rentings are very ritualistic, you know. He rent these people into exhaustion, and when they exhausted, it's like their spirit becomes so tired and lazy, like it can't even um defend them against his manipulation. And then he start to implement things in their minds, tell them stuff like, you know, you will be nothing without me, you won't be able to take care of yourself. um he teaches them to be afraid of the world outside of him. He make it seem like he provides for them because he gave them a pretty environment. He makes them feel like they not able to take care of themselves and live their own lives. He even threatens their reputation, make them feel like if they leave, then people gonna think a certain type of way about them. Also, she feeling, and I don't feel like she's normally like this. I feel like normally she's a very intuitive person and like connected to her intuition, but it's like she can't even hear it. She's starting to actually fear the things that is going on with her mind. It's like she's realizing how different she's becoming, like in her way of thinking, in her way of doing things. She realizing how much this is affecting her, and is fearful. So it's kind of like, do I give in or what? It's like she have a fear of if she stay even longer, she's going to become like the other people that's there. Like homegirl, right now she's still seeing, like she's still noticing what is wrong, but slowly it's like she could feel her mentality being taken over, and it's a scary experience. It's like her being dragged to hell, and she trying not to be dragged there, but it's like, what can I do? Because with this financial and material changes, I feel like she gave away all she had to him. So, ooh, yeah, it's a real deep heaviness. She's not getting sleep like she used to. She feel the need for space, and it's like she can't even find it. Like every time she try to go off somewhere and have some alone time, people come and look for her. Ooh, I do feel like she's going to leave anyways. Like eventually she's going to leave. She's already feeling it. She's just going to take that loss and move on. Um, but the experience has been very traumatic for her. She was forced to do a lot of things that she didn't want to do. She was forced in a lot of situations that she did not want to participate. She's going to leave eventually. I'm feeling like mm, it's like he installed some fears in her that may keep her quiet, but this was really like a life changing moment. This was major for her. He can't even see it because he's so used to abusing people and doing what he want with people that he can't even see it or empathize with it. But some of the things that he forced her to participate in and put her through is going to stick with her for the rest of her life. And I do feel like one day she will talk about it, but it may be a while. It may take a minute. She felt like she chose the wrong path because she had other options and she felt like she chose wrong. I feel like the other option that she had, because it's like she could have had went somewhere else or something, but that option became delayed. So she jumped on the carbonation bandwagon. but I feel like maybe she was heading somewhere else. It was like another cult or whatever, or people who live in the woods or something like that, but it was a different route. It's like every time people choose Eligio to join him, they choose wrong. I feel like a lot of times, like even Neytiri, before she went there, her spirit guides were really trying to stop her from making that choice, that decision. But she's selfish. It's just Neytiri is selfish. Like she really just care about herself and her own needs, goals, and stuff like that. You know, she don't really care about women empowerment or helping other women, and it's showing in her actions. Like she could never convince me that she wants to help women. She could never convince me that. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck for 9, I feel like giving up. She wanna leave. She don't wanna do this. It's already been traumatic. I believe that she had sex with more than one member and it was forced on her. She was guilt tripped into doing it. And now, and it was unprotected, and they nutted in her, and she afraid of becoming pregnant because that ain't something that she even really seen for herself. Child, child, child. It's real sad. It's real sad. I could like feel her heart breaking. It's becoming almost like torture to her. Torture. She don't want to be there no more. I feel like Nubian been sharing that other dude that they kind of pass around. I don't forgot his name. Caliber. Um, Caliber being like passed around for real. And I feel like Nubian been participating in that. He's so like, ugh, child, he gone, y'all. He like gone. Like he sold his whole soul to Eligio. It's like he can't even think for himself. And at this point, he got used to a dysfunctional lifestyle that if he do leave carbonation, um, he's still gonna be looking for that dysfunction. And then he gonna feel like nobody understand him because he's toxic and dysfunctional. So if people not vibrating on that same frequency, doing stuff like they be doing in carbonation, he's gonna feel uncomfortable and feel like he don't belong. Cause he got used to it and even think that he enjoy it, but he real delusional. Cause I feel like whatever Eligio set up in their mind of whatever war that they fighting, he really believes in it. I'm seeing like a discussion, and this could have been in front of 9, because I feel like 9 was put off with the dudes. She wasn't with the females. And it was like a discussion, like he said, like, yeah, I would hit 9, like I would hit that. Eligio seen it, and like he felt like to keep the man at bay, that he have to give them pussy every once in a while. Like imagine that. Imagine you a man and you bowing down to another man, you worshiping another man, you giving all the creativity that you have and all the light that you have, you giving it over to this man. You serving this man while you sleeping in a tent and he's sleeping in a big ass house, elfing your baby mama. And the only thing that he has to do to control you is to call you son and to throw pussy at you every once in a while. Imagine living like that. And their goals is to eventually being upgraded to a room in the mansion that he's sleeping in with your baby mama, with your so-called wife. And then even when you get the room, you sleeping on the floor. You sleeping on the floor. And he throwing pussy at you like he throwing a bone that he only letting you borrow. He only letting you borrow. Like just imagine living like that. And that's all you striving for. Like every day you wake up and you do the same shit. You're around the same people doing the same thing. And all you got is making a beat or making music or something like that. And you living in the so-called jungle when you can be providing yourself with that environment if that's what you want and living by your own rules. Having relationships with women that you actually care about with substance that actually want to be with you. Women that don't see themselves as property, don't see themselves as a toy that being passed around and they waiting for Alihio to come play with them again. I mean, they could have so much more. They wasting their lives. They wasting their lives being under Alihio and kissing his ass. And that's sad and ridiculous. Alright, let's get into this reading. We talking about Nubian. So yeah, there was like some type of conversation like that. So after that, he started to manipulate Nine into, you know, wanting to be with Nubian. But being with Nubian is like being with a robot, for real. Like he don't even have a mind of his own anymore. Eventually these people gonna stop being able to create anything. I mean, it's already like that. Like, I don't listen to their music, but I could only imagine that they kind of repeating the same thing over and over again because they're not really gaining any new life experiences. So when they talk about shit, they might be trying to sound deep by using terminology that they use in that holistic lifestyle, that new age shit or whatever you call it. But when you really pay attention, you could see that these people like on repeat. They saying the same shit over a different beat. And that's pretty much it. That's their life. So in the spot of his unconscious feelings, it got balance in reverse. I believe that's the temperance card. Or maybe it's even the musician. But in his subconscious, there is a knowing that this shit is unhealthy, that this shit is hindering him. There's a knowing in his subconscious. But because that area hurt so much for him to go into that space and actually fix it and change it, he covered it up with what Eligio labeled him as. So if he do an action and Eligio tell him like, oh yeah, you a man because you did that, then that would make him feel better. Like he hold on to that for dear life because he attached his manhood to the opinion of this demon. So, anywho, hmm so there's some things that Eligio don't even know what's going on. I don't think he know how much caliber is being passed around. Like, but I do feel like Nubian prefer women, and it's been a long time since he been with a woman. So I really do feel like he had like somewhat of an attraction to Nine, but it was simply off the fact of his limited thinking. He just thinking like, yo, she have a vagina and I want some vagina. And he know that Nine is less likely to be placed back and forth between Eligio and him. So that's he just accepted it, and he just kind of feeling like at least I'm getting some vagina. But high key, high motherfucking key, this is rape because even though Nine is being manipulated into giving consent, she really don't want this, and she made it clear before she came that that's not what she wanted. So I feel like Nine is going to express that she don't want to be in this situation anymore, and I do feel like she's going to leave eventually. And then Eligio is going to play on his emotions with that, like maybe even telling him some dumb shit like, oh, you wasn't hitting it right, that's why she wanted to leave. um he actually might even throw Nubian under the bus with this whole situation, especially if this girl come out and tell her story of how traumatic it is. Like he just gonna make it Nubian fault, but I feel like Eligio had sex with Nine. The truth is that even Nubian was manipulated into wanting this. Because whatever this discussion was, and he said that, oh, he would hit Nine or whatever, he really said it because he felt like that's what Eligio wanted to hear. Because Eligio may even pointed it out, like, you know what? You and Nine is kind of cute together. Like, I think, and then Nubian, like, oh, yeah, I would hit that. I would hit that. Something like that. Something like that. But at the end of this, I do feel like Nubian is gonna feel emasculated. But I mean, every day that he there, he's emasculated. So yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to Neytiri. What's going on with her? All right, so when it comes to Neytiri, um, I do feel like her and Solar was in communication, but the plans has changed, and I believe that Eligio may have even talked Solar into saying that he don't want Neytiri, or made it seem like that. Man, this. Mm-mm-mm. Anyways, Neytiri actually has like a block heart chakra. Like her heart chakra needs some tuning up, some work on it. Um, it's really effed up. She been through a lot, so I get it. But it's just no excuse because she talk like she is centered. She talk like she is this balanced being and all of this or whatever, but in reality, and it shows in her actions, nah, she operating out of a place of lack, a place of fear. Material, she likes to be taken care of. So she do like men with money. And she looking for a man with money and a man who talk that spiritual shit that she's so in love with, but she don't actually know what it means. She's somebody that is also following a mentality. She's not really spiritual because she's disconnected from her spirit. So, um, she actually starting to develop feelings for Eligio, which is ridiculous, but he put that game on her and she eating it up. She is eating it up. But in the outcome, I got sacrifice. She ain't gonna be that long. Not only she not gonna be that long, but it's gonna be ugly. It's going to be ugly. She's going to be sacrificed. He's going to use everything that people already been using against her, as in things that she said in the past and stuff like that. He's going to use that too when he get tired of her. It just it just blow my mind sometimes because the first time she went there, she said that it made her sick. It made her body sick. I feel like if she haven't gave in to having sex with Eligio at this point, then she's planning on doing it. I feel like initially she went there for Solar, but she's wrapped up in Eligio now. Like, he put that game on her and she fell for it. At the bottom of the deck is emotional loss, so it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But her spirit guides, her spiritual team, and her intuition was telling her don't take her behind there. So, but she did anyways. And that's because she has a lot of healing to do. Like, she really is feeling like, because he is treating her like she is special right now, she believe it. She believe that she is special to him. Like, I even see him telling her, like, I always wanted you. Like, I always had deep feelings. And she eating it up because Neytiri is used to being told that she is beautiful. And she used to man spitting game at her. But she still hasn't learned that it's game. And she feels out of control. Like, she's very prideful, so she don't want to tell people that she feel very chaotic inside, that she has major depression and anxiety sometimes. Like, she don't want to share that with people because she's very prideful, but her actions tell on her. Like, what she do, the fact that, and she's afraid to be alone. Like, she's afraid of loneliness. I feel like it's even hard for her to be around her sister because it's not like she envy her, but it's something about her sister lifestyle that she wish she had it as well, and that's what she's looking for. But she's looking for it in all the wrong places. And because she's so detached from her spirituality, um, she following man, or she looking for man with a certain type of mentality. Like, if she came across a guy that was actually spiritual, she probably wouldn't even accept him or like him or see him in that way, because how he present himself may not be what she thinks spirituality look like, because to her it's a look, words that you speak. It's not really a lifestyle. Deep down, she really wants somebody like Alihio. Somebody that has some money, somebody that talks a spiritual game, but they live like they are attached and worship this 3D reality just like her, because she do it. So I don't even think I need to pull clarity on this. She is fearful that, but like, she's hoping that Alihio really change, that he won't start to treat her like he treat the other women. But she needs to realize how selfish that is, because she okay with the abuse and the things that's going on around her as long as it's not happening to her. And that's extremely selfish. Like, she's looking for stability, financial security. That's what she's looking for. She also looking for love, but she don't really understand what love is because her heart chakra is blocked up. and she's operating out of fear and ego and attachments and desires. So, but it do stress her out sometimes that she know that he's putting on a front. Now she's thinking that she could get out of this kind of scot-free. Like if he changed, like I just leave and like it won't be a big deal. But nah, um, when she do leave, she's gonna realize how much that decision affected her whole life course. She's gonna see that. It might not, like, it's gonna affect her during the rest of this life, but I mean, if she get the healing and she get balance, she will be able to um get on her feet. But when all of this is said and done, it's gonna really taint and damage her reputation. It's like she refused to see that at first. It's like her intuition and spirit, but she disconnected from it. That's why she's not listening to it. Try to tell her, like, look, if you choose this, if you sign this contract, it's going to make things a lot harder for you. And she did it anyways because she's not listening. She's not listening to her intuition. Man, I feel like the rug has been pulled out from under my feet. I can't seem to find balance. I'm pulling clarity for the sacrifice card. Like, he gonna really throw her under the bus. Oof. Yeah. When he get tired of her, like he get bored or whatever, he's he gonna use so he gonna use everything against her. Everything that she ever said. I feel like he already, maybe even before she got there, um, got videos and recordings of her already put together. So when he need to, he could just use that to expose her and to tear down her character. And it's gonna be hard for her to defend because it's gonna be the truth. It's gonna be hard for her to come back from that because it's gonna be a truth. He just gonna highlight it. He gonna highlight everything that's already being said or against her. He gonna bring up the fact that she went from this person to that person, and he even gonna, oof, before she leave though, he gonna try to get her to renege on all the negative things about him. Like he gonna get her to say things like, oh, I was over exaggerating, or it wasn't like that, or like he gonna try to get her to clean up his image. But he will never do that for her. He will never do that for her. Like he gonna get her to say things that's going to put him in a more positive light. Now, but when it comes to protecting her and her reputation, nah, he gonna throw her under the bus each and every time. Like he got plans. He got plans with Neytiri that like right now he's buttering her up for the slaughter. He's like buttering her up and everything like that. He's gonna use her for whatever he gonna use her for, and then he gonna throw her to the side. Actually, what he going to do is he gonna he gonna start to disrespect her so bad that she's going to want to leave, and then he gonna throw her under the bus. He already setting it up. I believe he already set it up before she got there. Psh, child, that was a silly decision. She shouldn't have did that. She shouldn't have did that. I'm also hearing that all the alliances that she created before she took her ass over there, is going to be broken. People is not going to trust her. Even the male alliances, I feel like that dude, that York dude, like he looking at this, and even in his mind, he like, if she ever come back to me, I'ma dog her out. So she really need to be careful. Like she creating like really intense negative feelings in these dudes, and it's gonna turn on her where they gonna join together to play her. She need to be careful, for real. Like for some reason I'm feeling like danger, like her life could be in danger. She really need to be careful. She need to make better decisions. And I feel like her and Solar gonna be done. Cause he like lost respect. He just lost respect. He do need to take accountability, cause I do feel like he told her things that he didn't hold up to what he was planning to do. But it was like, oh, you ain't ready yet? Okay, let me just go ahead with him because he's going to wine and dine me and take me out and have fun and all this other stuff. And that hurt him. It hurt him how he switched up, how she switched up like that. Because she was talking like she was so in love with him. Solar actually feeling kind of intense about this. Like, he want to say something. He want to speak on it. Like, it's boiling under the surface. He's starting to feel like she only care about what she can gain. Like, oof, yeah, he's starting to look at her real negatively. he really did have strong feelings for her. So he is hurt about what he's seeing and what's going on. And he trying to keep himself distracted. Mm. He's starting to look at Eligio differently too. He ain't liking this. It might be one of the best things for him. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause he even thinking about leaving. This is stressing him out. This is stressing him out. He thinking about leaving. He don't like this. He thinking about leaving. He thinking about speaking his mind on it. He thinking about calling them out. He don't like this. It's really hurtful to him. It's really hurtful. Alihio could see it in Solar. Like he see it and he could feel it. And he's trying to manipulate Solar into believing like this is basically his fault. He might even be convincing Solar that Neytiri never even wanted him. She came there for him. Ooh, that's that hurt. He also pointing out certain characteristics in Solar that, and I feel like some of these he do it in front of Neytiri, and he makes Solar feel like he is weak. He makes Solar feel like it's something wrong with him, and that's why this has happened. Like basically telling Solar like, look, you're not man enough for somebody like her. Ooh. He gonna mess around and push homeboy to his breaking point. And I kind of feel like Solar breaking point is kind of crazy, especially if he's on that liquor. Especially. Because he's slowly boiling under the surface. It's going to erupt eventually. They can't stop it. Like, I feel like Eligio, especially if he hear this, he might try to go to Solar and he try to put a stop to it. But nah, it's something shifting in him. It's something changing. And it's going to erupt. And nothing he could do about it. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. If, like, you could put questions in the chat or whatever, I'm gonna do another part. But let me know who y'all want to hear on and what questions do y'all have. Ooh, my stomach is growling. I'm hungry. And I will come out in a part 2 in a day or so. So stay blessed, y'all.